Hi everybody, I decided to change the way I film videos, so today I'm going to be filming outside. Now if you see my camera shake or tug, it's because of this my dog right here. I just can't seem to sit still. So I'll probably bring a tripod next time, but I was really debating whether or not I should film videos outside, because part of me was slightly embarrassed about talking about Christianity, and then I realized that's a really bad thing to be embarrassed by. So I'm going to make an effort to film my videos in public, so that way if anybody hears my message, whether it's online or someone walking by, maybe it'll affect them in a way that maybe I won't see immediately, but maybe it'll at least plant the seed in their hearts. So today I want to talk about death, because I think that it's something that's not talked about enough, because as Christians, especially as Catholics, the greatest moment of our lives will be how we die. It's not when we're baptized, it's not when we're confirmed or receive the Eucharist for the first time, it's when we die. And the reason I want to share this with you is because if you look at the life of Christ, if you look at, especially if you meditate upon the sorrowful mysteries, which is what I was just doing, this is why I want to make this video. If you look at the life of Christ, from his agony in the garden to getting scourged in the pillar, to wearing the crown of thorns, carrying his cross, and finally dying on Calvary, and then being resurrected by his own authority, if you look at his life, you're going to see that the life of a Christian is a life of suffering. It's not a life of prosperity like some of our Protestant brothers and sisters might say. It's not about having a prosperous life. In fact, it's far from it. It's about living simply, and it's about not being attached to the things of this world. You know, the very fact that God himself was given a crown of thorns tells you that his kingdom isn't of this earth, it's of heaven. And every moment of his passion, from the agony until his death, had significance. And if you look at even the agony in the garden, right, the agony in the garden, that was a significant event, because that showed us that God knew what was about to happen. He knew what was going to happen to him, yet he decided to go through it anyway. And I believe one of the visions of the saints, Blessed Anne Catherine Emmerich, she says that when she saw Christ being tormented by the sins of so many people, one of the reasons why he went through with it is because he saw that there are people that will be accepting of his grace, that there's going to be people, hopefully people like you and me, that look at what Christ did and pay great respect for it. Now, can we say that about the majority of the world? No, we can't say that about the majority of the world, because if the majority of the world honored what Christ did for us, then we would have peace, right? But that's not the case. And if you look at the next mystery, the mystery of the scourging at the pillar, that is, Roman execution is extremely brutal, especially the scourging, right? The scourging, the whipping. If you look at the actual instruments and tools they used at that time, if you look at a crucifix, you probably see, very clean, like maybe like one cut here or there. In reality, it tore off pieces of flesh, and not to sound too gruesome, but it literally would rip out organs. Like, you'd see organs falling out of people, and most of the time executioners would kill people from the scourging. But our Lord did not die, by the strength of his will. And if you look at that, that's a pretty excruciating way to suffer. Yet Christ did that, not only to redeem us, but also to show us that, look, it doesn't matter what happens to your body, because in the end, you'll be resurrected if you follow him, right? And that's what we believe as Catholics. We believe that at the end of time, we will get our bodies back, our broken, bruised bodies. Many of us have knee problems, back problems, right? All that's going to go away so long as you follow God, right? And, I already talked about the crowning of thorns, but carrying the cross, Jesus even says, in order to become my disciple, you must pick up your cross and follow me. And we got to ask ourselves, are we following him to the crucifixion? Are we following him to the point of death? Because that's the ultimate victory, right? If you die in your last breathing moments and you die in sanctifying grace, that means you've accomplished what God wanted you to accomplish. That means you died in sanctifying grace. The only things that we will take with us when we die is our virtue. We will not take anything else. We're not going to take our bank account. We're not going to even take our relationships, as hard as that might sound, right? You might have a very strong relationship with your family, but at the end of the day, if it's not going to draw you towards God, then it's not going to draw you towards God. And God is the only thing that matters. And you know, if we love our neighbor, we have to love them for the sake of God, not just for the sake of pleasing them or making them happy, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, you want to share it, just share it with a friend, or share it on your Facebook page, wherever you'd like to be on social media. If you guys want to, if you like these videos, you want to see more of them, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also comment down below your thoughts. Again, I know the camera was shaking a lot. I'll bring a tripod next time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.